Hey guys, it's Miss Marnon again. So let's get a little bit more help with some probability. So first things I want to look at is this probability scale again. So when we have a probability of 0.5, that's the same as 50% or 1/2. That means it could go either way. It's equally likely as not. That's like flipping a coin, right? Could be heads, could be tails. They're both equally likely. But something like rolling a die and getting a 4 has a 1 in 6 chance, which we can represent as 1/6, or 16.6 repeating, or 0.16 repeating. So those are all equivalent values as a fraction, percent, and decimal. And we can see that rolling a specific number is more on the unlikely side of things. So looking at our notes here, we have Montel randomly selected crayons from a large bag of crayons. The table shows the colors of the crayons in the bag. I have the table down below here where we had the animal crackers. So we want to know what is the probability he selects a blue crayon, and we want as percent, decimal, and fraction. So if we're looking at a blue crayon, he has 5. We don't know the total yet, so we have to add them up. So 10 plus 5 is 15, plus 3 is 18, another 3 is 21, another 3 is 24, plus 6, the total is 30. So 5 out of 30 to pick a blue crayon. So that's 5 out of 30. We can simplify that to be 1/6. And we actually just looked at 1/6, and that was 16.6 repeating percent. Or we could say 0.16 repeating. What is the probability he selects a pink crayon? Now, if I look here, I don't have pink at all on my list. So the probability he's going to pick pink is 0. And then 0 is a fraction, decimal, and percent. What is the probability he selects red or yellow? So a red or a yellow. There's 3 yellow and 6 reds. So 3 and 6 together. So there's 9 that he could pick from. 9 out of 30. So 9 out of 30, and you can use that button on your calculator. It has the double arrows to change this between a fraction and a decimal, and then use the decimal to make a percent. I'll let you do that one on your own. Last question, if there are 300 crayons in the bag, how many red crayons would there be? So what you would need to do for this one is you need to know the probability of a red crayon. It's 6 out of 30. And what you can actually do is you can take a probability and multiply it by how many trials you want to do. So say I want to do 300 trials, right? Or I have 300 crayons. You can just multiply this or scale this up by 300 and you would get your answer. So that's going to be, let's see, zeros cancel, 360. 60 out of 300 are red. So probability, we just need to know the total number and how many we want out of that total. We can write it as a fraction and use our calculator with that magic button to change it to a decimal. We can change it to a percent, and knowing which ones are likely, unlikely, and where they fall on this probability scale between 0 and 1.